Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Brown versus Hampton.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. Ms. Brown, you stand before the court with your mother, Alicia Brown. You say your world was recently turned upside down when you were contacted by a man whom you've never even heard of before, claiming to be your birth father. Now that man, Mr. Hampton, is waiting in our courtroom hallway, and he will join us in a moment.
What?
Now he claims he has evidence to prove he is, in fact, your biological father.
I see a white lady sitting next to her. She mixed? She just looked like a black woman.
What happened when you were first contacted by Mr. Hampton? How did you even hear from him?
Well, first and foremost, I am adopted.
That explains it. Rease is always locked in. My ears is to the streets and it was nothing to hear. I'm telling you.
Adopted when I was 3 months old, so I have no idea who my extended family is or my biological mother. I was recently contacted by someone claiming to be my sister on what's called Instagram. And from there, he messaged me.
I heart my brothers and sisters.
On Facebook. And he said, Kayla, I think I finally found your Facebook. Please let me know. I have no idea how much you or your adoption parents know about how things were, but I'll be more than willing to answer your questions that they may have, and I have pictures also. Talk to you later. As if he already knew.
Wow. And so what were you thinking when you read that?
Who are you?
Yeah,
so
that's valid.
You've never met this man?
No.
Never heard of him?
Nope.
And next thing you know, he's on your Facebook saying, I'm your birth father.
Yeah, he's not my dad.
Wow. Well, Jerome, I think it's time we meet Mr. Hampton. What a story.
Jerome, get to work, buddy. Get to work.
Hello, Mr. Hampton.
Jerome ain't got no swagger in his walk. He be stiff like a robot.
I've been looking for my daughter for 20 years, Your Honor.
Okay.
Main question is her eyes. Who do she get that from in her family? You don't just pop out with hazel eyes. That comes from somebody. That has to stem from somewhere. The X and Y gene in your birth or something. I don't know. It's contacts. I hate life.
Okay.
I was in love with her mother, Your Honor, and
you all were in a relationship?
Yes, we were in a relationship, Your Honor, and she was pregnant, Your Honor. This was my first child. I'm the one that her name, Your Honor. I did everything that I...
So you were participating in this pregnancy and in the birth?
You know, I moved to Alaska to be with her mother while she was pregnant. And I was there at the hospital when she was born.
I'm confused. If you did all that stuff, I don't know why I'm here with my mom today and not with you. I don't know.
They just be clapping. She said one sentence, now they like, yop, yop, you spitting. She just asked a normal question. If you were at the hospital with the birth mother, why you ain't go home with the baby? Explain your story, Baldy.
Your mother was going through some problems. I had the opportunity to take you when I met her at the mall. I didn't know whether she wanted me to take you permanently. I couldn't take you at the time. I had to go back to Seattle. I cried every minute on the plane.
Do you have any proof of this?
Birth certificate? Because if you were at the hospital, you should have the birth certificate.
This is it, Your Honor. This is the toys that I first bought her before.
Toys? You were at the hospital. Wouldn't you have had to sign the birth certificate and put your name on the certificate? And then you could verify that with your ID, that is your biological name and all that jazz.
Before they left, Your Honor.
Jerome, hand me the evidence, please. Thank you. So this is a picture of the person you say is Ms. Brown's birth mother.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she's pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I've kept this photo for years, Your Honor, because I knew someday that I would find her, Your Honor.
And who's in this photo, Mr. Hampton?
He looked like Peele from Key and Peele.
That's me. That's my daughter here, and that's her mother, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Brown, what are you thinking as you see these photos?
Look at that baby. That could be you or you. It's just, there's nothing that distinguishingly says it's me.
That's
maybe
what I'm
if I
saying.
had that wrap that was around that baby. Maybe if I had something.
So when you look at these pictures, you don't feel a connection because in your mind you're saying there's nothing identifiable that says it's me.
Yeah, nothing.
This
from
is my
my
this is
child.
my daughter in those that's my daughter in those pictures, Your Honor.
Okay, and listen, that may be true that in the
it's a
picture,
daughter.
the baby you're holding is your daughter. But why are you so sure that it is Ms. Brown?
Because you never seen her as an
I know
adult.
her birth date, and I knew the situation surrounding it.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So the exact date of Ms. Brown's birth is the exact date of your Kayla's birth.
Exactly, Your Honor.
And you named this baby Kayla.
Exactly, Your Honor.
When's the last time you saw her? Before today, if this is in fact your daughter.
I haven't seen her since she was about 2 weeks old, Your Honor.
About
How
2
would you
weeks
have known what she looked like? Who do she look like in your family currently? She don't really look like you, buddy.
2 weeks old, Your Honor.
In your statement to the court, you said you have a picture of her at 2 years old. How did you get that picture?
Your Honor, when I went back to Alaska, Your Honor, I came across her mother, Your Honor, and her birth mother gave this picture to
Jerome,
to me,
let me
Your
see
Honor.
this.
Jerome
picture.
working overtime
Her
today. He
birth
grabbing
mother-
everything.
So you went back to Washington, then you came back to Alaska, and her birth mother.
No, that's her. No, that's dead ass the lady we're standing next to right now at the panel. That's her. No, that looked like
Yes,
her.
Your Honor. And I still have that. I've kept that photo on my wall for the last 20 years, Your Honor.
This picture.
I've kept that photo on my
and
wall.
she's 2 years old.
And
That
she's
looked
2
like
years
her.
old, Your Honor.
So this is a picture of, wow. So this picture of the young baby girl that you say is your daughter, Kayla, has been up on the wall in your home.
Exactly, Your Honor.
I don't know if that's true.
Ms. Brown, is this a picture of you?
She's
I
got
think
the
it
eyes,
looks
Your
like
Honor.
me. Yeah. It has a little devious smile that I had.
She devious.
This is amazing. Have you ever seen this picture?
No.
It looks like you to me. It looks like your eyebrows.
How that's her eyebrows? She got it artificially arched and plucked and faded. Her eyebrows got a fade. This little baby eyebrows is not manicured, pedicured, none of that.
They told me that I need to get a paternity test, Your Honor.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm 20. I'm 20 years
but
old.
she's still my daughter, Your Honor.
That's a long time to go without seeing your child you love so much.
I've been looking.
Here they go clapping again. Mr. Alaskan man, he trying to find the baby. It's kind of hard to find a stranger, but he definitely should have been working harder. I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt for not being present and searching for this daughter if he genuinely cared about her. He should have been searching high and low like Batman would have. I'm telling you, he should have got an investigation unit to get on this case. But he found her today, and that's all we need to worry about right now. So, I don't know.
I searched everywhere.
I want to hear from your adoptive mother. Ms. Brown, please stand. And first ask you, have you ever seen this picture of your daughter?
Yes, I have.
You have.
I have, and I'm curious to know how her biological mother got that picture.
Oh, okay, wait.
You been sitting there quiet this whole time, lady? That is a picture of that girl? Come on, man, that's her father.
So you know this to be your daughter,
Yes, that's my daughter.
but
But I never gave that picture to anybody, and I don't know where. We've had Kayla since she was 3 months old.
so when you adopted her, did you have any information given to you about a father?
There's no one listed as a father on
What are you reading?
Birth certificate.
her
hopefully.
adoption papers.
May I see that, please?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I got child support papers right here, Your Honor. The state of Alaska was collecting child support from me for her.
Time out. How are you paying 18 years of child support for a child you've never seen, and you just now found her 2 years after child support has ended? What?
Wait a minute. Oh,
So they
hold
knew
that
that I
piece
was
of
her
evidence.
father.
Let me just see this first.
I took this child several different times, at least for sure 3 times, if not 4 times, in for blood tests,
Okay.
and watched them draw blood from her to try to determine who her father was. And they never could determine who the father was.
So
they kept listing different men. Okay, now we think this is the father. Can you please bring her in for another test? And I'd take her in, and then,
But they never came to me.
I understand your emotion. The thought of being a mother and bringing your baby in to have blood drawn to try to figure out who their father is, I know that was really tough. And yet you're telling me 3 or 4 men were tested.
Yes.
And every test.
Yeah, because we wouldn't have been able to legally adopt her. We had her from the time she was 3 weeks old. She came to us. Normally, we're foster parents.
Okay.
And I normally wouldn't take an infant in because I knew I'd be attached to them.
Oh, wow.
But it was supposed to be just a weekend. Then it turned into a week, and then I'm like, oh God, please,
Don't take her.
Don't take her from us. And we went on for 2 years of trying to determine who, because legally they could not.
That
So
can't be
hold
true.
on, I just want to be clear. Out of the 3 to 4 times that you took your baby Kayla, Ms. Brown, in to be tested so they could try to establish paternity,
Yes.
never once was Mr. Hampton tested. You don't remember him being.
I've never heard his name
Never heard
in
his
my
name.
life.
Now I want to confirm from you, Mr. Hampton, were you ever tested in the past? Were you ever contacted as a potential biological father for this baby to be tested?
No, ma'am, no, I wasn't.
What city is all this happening in? Alaska?
They had me paying
Seattle?
child support, Your Honor.
Let me see that paperwork.
They knew.
That doesn't make sense.
You were paying child
Jerome grabbing more paper. Damn, Jerome, he is the messenger boy.
That's what
Don't they have to
doing here.
determine paternity to be able to make you pay child support?
They know.
Yeah, you do have to have a paternity affidavit.
Oh, then they must have proved that I was your father. Then there couldn't have been no other man.
I wouldn't have been able to adopt
All right,
Kayla
so
if they.
here on this page it says, paperwork you completed states that there is an order for child support in Alaska and that the order names you as the father.
Is my name on there?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
What is going on in here, bro? How y'all all lost? Where's the police?
I mean, my mom,
listen.
my biological mom I have biological siblings that are literally consecutive years under me.
Yes.
There is no other man, Your Honor. We were together every day. I've celebrated her birthday every single year, Your Honor. I've always put her name on the cakes, Your Honor.
How you buying cakes for a baby you not even around? Who the fuck eating it? It ain't her. I bought cakes every year, put her name on it. She ain't eating it. What you doing all that for? you feeding the cake to yourself? Chad talking about his hungry ass. He just making cakes for no reason. The daughter nowhere to be found. He talking about, here's to Kayla. Happy 3rd birthday wherever you are. This one's for you. How you gonna eat the cake? It's for your daughter.
Every year you put her name on a birthday cake.
That's right, Your Honor. Because I wanted to show her, because I knew someday that I would find her, and I wanted to show her that I've been looking for her, Your Honor.
And do you have any paperwork to prove that you were reaching out to social service?
Your Honor, I've gave you the letter from Social Services, Your Honor.
Department of Health and Social Services.
I've reached
In
out,
May
Your Honor.
1994, dear Mr. Hampton, 2 phone messages from you that you need to establish paternity of Kayla King, and we can discuss reunification.
Exactly, Your Honor, and that's what I did, Your Honor. But when I tried to do that, they wanted her mother, Your Honor, to take part in this, Your Honor. I didn't know where her mother was.
How did you not have contact if she gave you a picture of her at 2?
There they go clapping again, but she cooked his ass. If you knew about her at 2, where you lost contact at? Cooked his
And
ass.
look, Mr. Hampton, can you not understand? They've never heard of you.
Your Honor, they knew, Your Honor.
These audience just want to clap.
We've
Do
never
you
heard of
understand
I've
the
never
doubt?
heard your name in my life.
I have this birth certificate, and my parents are on it. I don't see your name on it. I don't know your name on it.
Look at this. I don't see your name on it.
I don't know.
Those are your
I don't see your
adoptive
name
parents
on
that
Yes.
are on that birth certificate.
Which are my parents. They are my
Exactly.
parents.
Absolutely.
They clapping again.
Your Honor, my name is on her original birth certificate, Your Honor. They had me paying child support for her. I was there. I'm the one that gave you your name.
Where were you through all these months that Kayla was with us as a foster child and they were trying to find out who the father was?
Do you feel like Mr. Hampton is her biological father?
I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like you are, but you didn't take me when she asked you, you know? I don't care for how long. It does, you know, even if you couldn't, I look at my son. I would do anything.
She got a kid, she's 20. Damn.
I had no place. I had no place.
It doesn't matter. Live in a car, you know, go to a shelter. There's so many resources.
Let me just say this. This has got to be the most incredible mystery that we've ever heard in this courtroom. Jerome, right?
This a new record for clapping in a courtroom. They won't stop.
But the only way we're going to be able to move forward is to get the results.
That would be nice.
They still
That'd be
clapping
really nice.
with the white part of their hands. Shut up.
Jerome, the envelope?
Jerome.
Yes, sir. Would you like to say one more thing before we get to the results?
I've gone through a lot the last 20 years, Your Honor. This is my life, Your Honor. I've made some bad choices, Your Honor, but I've never run from any of my children, Your Honor. I've ran to them, Your Honor, and that's why I'm here today, right here in court, because everything that she has felt all of her life, Your Honor, I felt the same thing, Your Honor. I felt all the hurt, everything, Your Honor.
I see your heart is breaking. I really do. I can see the emotion written all over your face.
I'm glad that
Your Honor.
her adoptive parents were able to take her, Your Honor. I worried about her all the time.
This fucker keep clapping. He keeps saying Your Honor. After every sentence, it's a clap. It's a Your Honor.
She's had a good home.
And I've had a great home.
I owe that to your adoptive parents
Your
for
Honor.
having you.
Well, are we ready for the results?
Your Honor.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows.
Here we go.
If anyone would like to take a seat, they can.
What does that mean? Who needs to sit down?
In the case of Brown v. Hampton, pertaining to 20-year-old Kayla Brown, Mr. Hampton, you have desperately waited
Look how
for
he's
this
staring
answer.
at her.
You.
What? Don't do that.
Do you want to watch paternity?
I want to hear the results.
You are not.
That can't be right, Your Honor.
But that is me in the picture.
I don't know what's going on here, Your Honor.
This is where paternity secrets destroy our lives and our perceptions and what we believe to be true, because it may, in fact, and it unfortunately, obviously is true, that her biological mother was involved with someone else besides you.
Imagine this how he found out that the lady he was with was getting a freak on with other men. 20 years he was looking for this daughter. He finds her and it's not his because the mom was sleeping with other men. Imagine this how you find out. Life is disgusting. Life is disgusting, man. He was paying child support for a child that wasn't his. I'm about to get mad on his behalf. 18 years of child support for a child he never saw, who turned out to never be his, and the relationship was being unfaithful the whole time. Woo! That is sick. That is sick.
During that time.
I wanted to bring some closure to myself, Your Honor. This just had to be done, Your Honor. It had to be done, and I'm sorry that things that didn't work out.
Don't be sorry. It's okay. I'm good. I'm fine.
And ultimately, Ms. Brown, Kayla, that's what we want to know, that you're okay.
That's
what
the
he
main
wanted
thing.
to know.
Exactly, Your Honor.
I think that I convinced myself at first that he wasn't in the courtroom. I then convinced myself that he was, and then he wasn't. And
I feel very thankful that she's in a good home.